Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of June 30th. I cannot believe we're already heading into July. July is a really positive month. It has some great energy that can just really help to support us, nourish us, recharge us. We get a little bit of slowdown energy, but also this great burst of positive inspiration. So there's really a lot of great energy, workable energy for us to use and bring into our lives to create some sense of support, nourishment, and self-love. So let's break it down what is going on. So the first week of July, always we have the Sirius Gateway. This is when Sirius aligns or conjuncts our sun. And Sirius is a star. It's known as our spiritual sun. It has been revered by many ancient cultures, and we tend to look at its energy as a very high frequency, high vibrational energy that can recharge us on a soul level, on a spirit level. It is a beautiful energy to work with. It also holds vibration for things like authenticity, freedom. It's believed to help stimulate new ideas, especially around technology and technological advancements. It's a really powerful high frequency energy. And all through this first week of July, we get a very, very strong activation of it, and we can feel it moving into our beings. So if we think of it as our spiritual sun, we're really getting a recharge of our spirit energy. And it's our spiritual sun meeting our sun that recharges our physical body, and now we're getting this recharge of our soul and our spirit body. It just becomes this really beautiful energy dynamic. Sometimes we can feel a little bit tired, a little bit like we are needing to slow down to integrate all the energies and to integrate that recharge feeling. And then when the energy sort of starts to slowly dissipate, we get that lift. So this is a perfect time to really think about how you can look at things with the glass half full, how you can put a positive spin on things, how you can look for those silver linings, and to just remind yourself that, it's okay. It's okay to accept and to be where you are and to love yourself as you are. What makes this Sirius Gateway so special and so profound in 2024 is that the new moon is joining this lineup of energy. On July 5th, we have the Cancer new moon, and this also happens to be the peak of the Sirius Gateway. The Sirius Gateway we start to feel pretty much around the 1st of July till about the 7th of July, so really that first week. But the peak of it happens to be on the 4th, 5th, and that new moon happens to be on the 5th. So we're really getting a peak of energy. If you want to think about what's happening astrologically, we have the sun, Sirius, and the moon all together, all sitting at 14 degrees of the Cancer zodiac. This is incredible. I'm very excited for this energy. I really feel like it's our opportunity to begin again, to start fresh, to go, you know what, whatever's happened, whatever's going on for me, I can start fresh. I can begin again. I can allow myself to receive this beautiful recharge of my soul, of my body, of my heart, and I can go and use that beautiful energy to step forward on a new path or on the current path that I am on. This is a really beautiful energy, and I feel like it's the universe's way of allowing us to start afresh, start a new cycle. Whatever's been going on for us, even if it's been awesome, we can begin again. We can keep moving with that momentum. And if it hasn't been so awesome, it's time to change the script. It's time to flip that script around and move forward into a new chapter. I really think that this high vibrational energy will help us to recharge and to refuel our spirits and to maybe return some hope to those places where we're feeling that despair, where we're feeling a little bit hopeless. This energy can help to restore some hope. So if you feel like you could use that energy in your life, welcome in this Sirius Gateway energy. There will be a ritual, and there will also be, I have an article all about ways that you can use the Sirius Gateway energy, plus with the Cancer new moon. So check out foreverconscious.com for that. But beautiful energies that we can work with. Also, this week we have Neptune going retrograde. This happens on July 2nd as well. And Neptune retrograde, so now we have Saturn in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, Neptune, and by the end of July, Chiron will also be in retrograde. So we're starting to collect this retrograde energy. It's starting to build up a little bit. Neptune retrograde. This Neptune retrograde is not as significant as the one we'll have next year, but pretty significant because we're really dancing on those last degrees of Pisces. Neptune has been in Pisces since April of 2011, and it's going to be there until March 2026. So we're nearing the end. This Neptune retrograde, Neptune will dance across the last few degrees of Pisces. So we're nearing the end of this cycle. Next year will be the official end, but now we're in 2024. We are really nearing the end of that cycle. So go back to April 2011, if you can remember, and think about what dreams, what wishes, what creative inspirations have you been nurturing since that time? And how have they evolved, and where are you today with that? It's a long time to look back on, but I think for me, April 2011 is when I moved to the United States from Australia. I moved here because I wanted to pursue acting. I wanted to work in the entertainment industry. I came to LA for obvious reasons. And that was in March of 2011, so right before this. And I worked in the industry. I worked behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and I started to realize that it wasn't really for me. I definitely had no big success or anything, but little things here and there. But I definitely decided that it was not for me. And that was a huge process of realizing, and a lot of feelings of failure. I'd picked up my whole life to move here. But that journey, landing in LA, I've arrived here doing astrology, and never in my wildest dreams that I imagined that this is what I would be doing. But here we are. So this Neptune cycle feels very personal and close to me because I did have big goals and dreams that were very much amplified around 2011. And then how those dreams have evolved and how they have shifted. And it's easier to look at failures. It definitely felt like a failure when I gave up and I threw in the towel. But how this has led me to here. And, we don't have that awareness at that time, but now I do. So maybe something in there resonates with you, some dream, some goal, some vision, some hope, some wish that you had for yourself in 2011. How has it evolved? How has it shifted? How have you moved through that journey? And maybe nothing comes to mind. Maybe nothing kind of stands out for you from that time, and that's okay. Neptune is a very subtle energy, and it's not always clear. If it's not obvious, like it is in my case, it can be working on a very subtle level. But Neptune tends to get us to think about our spirituality, our creativity, our hopes, dreams, and wishes. So any of that could come up. Maybe you had some religious or spiritual journey that you have been on since that time. Maybe that's when you discovered your awakening or spiritual path. But if you can, thinking back to what was happening in April 2011 and how you're kind of shifting and moving into where you are now. You may, if April is too far away, you can also go back to December of last year that was the other significant point in this Neptune cycle, and you can think about how, where you are now. Neptune is also, when it turns retrograde, is the great revealer. It can peel back the veil. So our intuition or things that were not very clear to us can now become heightened, we can become aware of it. Neptune retrograde can pull back the veil so we can see into a deeper truth, a higher truth. It can also just change perspective as well. It's not so much about truth. It's not maybe that anyone's been lying to us. We just decide to feel differently about something, or we feel like a veil has been removed and we can see a different perspective that we didn't see before. That is very much what can happen under a Neptune retrograde. And this cycle that we're now coming to close is one that began in April 2011. So, some food for thought there. It's a really big week. The Neptune retrograde energies are going to be more subtle. That Sirius Gateway is really what's going to be speaking to us this week. I'm so excited to delve into these energies. Maybe you can already feel them brewing, but overall, I would say my wish for you watching this would be to take that beautiful Sirius Gateway new moon energy and allow it to recharge your soul, recharge your body, recharge your heart, and know that you can begin again. Any area of your life that feels sticky, that feels stuck, you can revamp it. You can allow this beautiful, optimistic, high frequency energy to go in, infuse healing and joy and purpose and deeper understanding and deeper compassion into that issue and allow it to be transformed. So that is my wish, my prayer for all of you under the Sirius Gateway, bringing in a deeper sense of recharging, a deeper sense of peace, and a deeper sense of love and heart connection with this beautiful Cancer new moon that we also get at the time of this gateway. So I hope you found that helpful. Remember, go to foreverconscious.com to check out rituals, new moon forecasts, and more so you can really dive deep into understanding and working with this energy. And I'll see you next week.